Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'm back. Alright. Yo, I'm so hyped right now. Alright, hold up. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Ooh, that's a that's a problem. Ooh. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be disabled. Doki Doki Literature Club is a horror game. Please do not take this lightly. Doki Doki Literature Club may not be suited for you if you are affected by any of the following themes: depression, suicide, self-harm, abuse. These themes are not merely suggested, but often portrayed as realistically as possible, and thus may disturb you if they were real. As if they were real. Furthermore, the above list is not 100% exhaustive. If you'd like to be warned when potentially sensitive content is about to occur while playing the game, detailed content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu. Yeah, okay. You agree that you've noted the game's age rating in your country? Yeah. Course. Man, this game is my childhood. Dun 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 dun. Okay, enter your name.
Hey!
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Ziggy.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Ziggy, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true.
What the? Yo, bro, this game's not a Gooner game, bro. Fuck off. I literally just got a fucking warning playing this game. Not for nudity, but for like suicide, depression, shit like that.
You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending time on games and anime. Oh no, my character's a chud, bro. Oh no.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how worried I am. How worried that you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. Just because you're not used to the real world.
More like a chud.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Ooh. Ooh. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's oh my god, fucking read, bro. And it's over before I know it. After I pack my After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
that you could come to my club.
Not a voice. Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Mimi.
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first to show interest after the... First one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going in the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yay, let's go!
Oh, brother. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. The fuck was that? Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
I don't know what voice to do for her. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what voice to do for her.
Ah, Ziggy, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god, I'm such a chud.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Ew, don't say that, bro. She's also one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and turns back to the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Bro, I suck at reading. I don't know why I decided to do this. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Ziggy.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Oh, brother, I got a boner right now. Not in real life, in the game, I swear. You too, Monica. Grown man by the... Shut the fuck up, bro. The game's not that bad, bruh. You're the one sitting here talking about lollies. I don't want to hear it, bro. You got a job and everything, dog.
Come sit down, Ziggy. We
made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Lollies are no, they're not, bro. You're a pedophile. You're legit a pedo. Don't even, bro.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Jesus, why is it so hard to say? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. They're usually over 100 years old. Yes, but they look like a child. That's literally jailbait. If anything, they're the pedos. No, bro. That's not how that works, bro. That's not how that works at all. Like, that's basically pedophilia, bro. If it looks like a child and has the mind like a child, it is a child. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. They have the mind of a 100-year-old woman. Yeah, but still though, that's fucked, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That's insane. Saying shit like that is still kinda crazy. Talking about some, oh, I would smash a lolly. You sound like a chud. You genuinely sound like a chud. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I'm not saying that either.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Yeah, it reminds me of my sister. Bitch literally can't eat without fucking getting some shit on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. Gotta lick it all. Hey, yo! It's full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Oh my god, she's a fucking, what do they call those types of girls? Like the fucking anime bitches? I don't know, I don't watch anime that much. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Siri,
Siri?
Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club anyway? Last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Yo, Yuri is such a baddie. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it. Yes, girl, fuck.
Let me stop. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Hold on, someone texted me. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Ziggy, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yuri? Fuck. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in her world of books, if not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Wow, that was a lot to say, holy. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you?
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayuri sidles up. I'm gonna say slides. Up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we can share it. We all wait.
learn to read.
We'll all share.
Oh my god.
We'll all share.
Yo. We'll all share them with each other.
That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it.
Ow.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of
the club.
Isn't that right, Ziggy?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But
I'm sorry, I thought...
Ziggy...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend it every day with these beautiful girls... Bro, I'm such a chud, bro. Why am I talking like this? What happened to my message? It was wild, so it probably got deleted. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
I said dyslexic, Oh, okay. That's not that wild. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then...
That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more. Jesus, bro, I need to start reading more. I can't read for shit.
Ziggy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Ziggy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. No, should I have, like, a character for my own... Like, should I have, like... I think my computer is hacked? How? What the fuck did you do? Should I have, like, a voice for my own character since my character seems like a chud? With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. I downloaded this random thing and it turned off a bunch of security things. Yeah, you're hacked. Yeah, you're definitely hacked. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh my god, the girls. Alright. It just turned off the smart app control, bro. My final words. Oh no, you're cooked. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Death. Sayori likes death? Suicide. Oh, of course she likes suicide. Sticky. Oof. Bro got sniped. Bro, this is literally just a dating simulator. But I swear it's not that bad, I promise.
Hi again, Ziggy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Ziggy. I hope this isn't...
Is this like a Telltale game? More of a visual novel type deal.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
God, I have to, strain my throat to do that voice.
And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room.
Ooh. Natsuki found herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Ziggy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Ziggy can become good friends too.
Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori... Huh? Me? N- not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
Oh my god, bro, I just farted. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Wowzers. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. As long as it gets me in your pants.
He said that, by the way.
I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. It gets me excited, just a little bit though. I only have a half chub.
She seems to be annoyed by something.
I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Frickin' Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes.
Bro, I'm not doing that voice. It hurts my throat. Manga is one of those things where you just can't stand... You can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. That's true. You can't tell someone you're into anime either without, knowing where what the other person thinks of it. So you can't really admit you're into manga if, the other person's not into it, because the other person's just gonna think you're a weirdo. When really you only like the cool fight scenes and shit. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
No, I am a chud. No, I am a chud. No. Shit. What's that supposed to mean? You're obviously overweight. That's what that means. You're obviously overweight and you're literally the walking definition of a chud, bro. That's basically what she just told you. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking speak. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. And then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one of the books missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door.
Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ziggy. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover.
And I'm trying to burp, but it's not coming out.
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoved the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated, feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that.
Out of the closet.
You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Oh no, it is a bad thing. She acts just like a child. It is a bad thing. Get me away from her, bro. I open the book. So are there any choices within the game? Not really. Well, the only choices you actually have are like, the only choices you actually, like, have are like, which girl, to appeal more to. And last time I played the game, I kinda did Yuri. Because, you're my type, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you couldn't tell, this game's more of a slow burn through. This is a horror game. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me... Shut up. Let me save. Let me go to the settings. Enable content warnings. Hold on. Six seven.
6-7.
Anyway. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that time at the bottom right is like my actual time. Okay. Play with me. Hey, yo. See, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. See, I'm not crazy.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of the plot.
So,
So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot?
well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's what really makes it so good. And there are so many touching parts.
Hey yo, touching parts. I bet you like the touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. Oh my god, this is boring. I'm not even gonna lie. This game's boring after a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
what does that matter?
Doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence.
Yeah, no, this is boring, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna have to play this game later. This is boring. I'm not even gonna lie, this is boring as shit. You know what? I can read for like another 5 minutes. It's fine.
I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh god. Oh, why is this the angle? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort from me to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monaco's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped a page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when you're connecting with someone like that. And being able to prove that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, now I'm actually done. I can't play this anymore. It's boring as shit. Alright, I'm in the stream. I'm gonna wait till the stream hits an hour and then I'm ending. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. I love you guys.